I gotta hand it to you, BC. This guy's actually really funny. Just make sure he doesn't stab you in the back, Jackie. Because after all, it is Starscream. Wait, this is Starscream? Help! Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with another Transformers video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Starscream. Now again, this is a case where I said to myself, I'm not picking up the Decepticons of the Beast Hunters line. Well, once you release a Megatron, I pretty much have to negate that because I have my own rule where if there's a Megatron, you need the Decepticons. If there's a Optimus Prime, you need a Megatron. Just, yeah. But I realized that the way I said all that made it seem as if I don't like the figure, which I actually kind of do. While it's a new take on Starscream with a weird little pinchy gimmick, it's not a bad take on him, in my opinion. I know a lot of you, and trust me when I say I know a lot of you, will highly disagree with me on that. Because I agree, a lot of the Beast Hunters figures are crap. Utter crap. I know that. I mean, take a look at Dreadwing. But I'm bound by my own rules, so yeah. So again, he's got the little pinchy gimmick, which this little pinchy gimmick, it's overly huge, and I just don't like it. Plain and simple, I don't like it. I mean, it's fun to goof around with. That much is true. So yeah, just whatever. He needed something. I'm just gonna set this out to the side. And then he's got the bombs, or the missiles, whatever you want to call them. These will go onto his arms, because I actually do use those. And there's the jet. In comparison to another jet, there's Megatron. There you go. And I guess I have this guy in vehicle mode too. Yeah. Size-wise, he's a little too small. But oh well. Transformation is actually rather simple, for better or for worse, like any other Beast Hunters figure. Kind of flip all this out. Flip that around. Rotate the legs. Flip up the knee spikes. Like that. Splay open his footums. And then unpeg that. Fold these back. My aunt and uncle's dog is barking. She needs to shut up. His back's goes up like this. Leave the arms like that. You're gonna take this whole thing, bend it on that, fold this all the way down, and then fold this down, and then take this, flip this around, kind of fold all this up, and then kind of sandwich it all together. Flip up his shoulder pads. Come on. Stand him up. And there's Beast Hunter Starscream in bot mode. Now, as you can see, bot mode, I'm actually quite a bit of a fan of this. Well, seeing it out of the package and holding it in hand, I'm actually quite a fan of this. Now again, I know a lot of you will actually tell me straight up that I am crazy for liking these figures. My life, my rules, my collections, do what I want, F off. Seriously, that's all I'm gonna say. Now the bombs, they kind of socket on here, like that. Now this works. I like this. I think this looks really cool when you have the missiles on him. That looks really freaking awesome. This would look awesome too if he could actually freaking hold the damn thing. Because I mean, if you put it in his hand, it's basically taller than him. Well, almost as tall as him. Which, yeah, see? About as tall as him, maybe a little taller. And the only other real way he can use this is to plug it into his arm, which looks absolutely ridiculous. So I just choose not to use this. And I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could peg this onto his back. I mean, you could do that if you want. I don't know why you would, because that weapon is basically nothing but crap. He can barely stand with it on his back. I've gotten him to do it, which I'm going to try and do right now, which, see, I got it. It's tricky, but once you know the tricks to getting him to stand, you are pretty much a god. So, yeah. Where does he stand with other figures? Well, for starters, here's a first edition Bulkhead. I realize that that's breaking one of my rules, but sorry. But yeah, there you go. There's the size comparison between them. There's where he stands with an actual Voyager. Since I've already got a review of this guy up, and of course he falls apart as I go to pick him up. Here is Beast Hunter's Ratchet, which, as you can see, they are about the same size. Well, duh. They're deluxe class figures, so yeah. And just because I really like the parrot, which probably gave away who the next guy is. Here's Thundertron. Yeah. Currently stalling. Anyways, articulation for the guy is subpar. He's got a ball joint within his head, and then he's got another hinge at his neck, which would be awesome if you could actually give him the hunched over look and still be able to turn his head without him looking too derpy. I like it when my figures can actually turn their damn heads. Ball joint at the shoulder, ball joint at the elbow, which really only allows that. He's got a wrist swivel, nothing at the waist, a ball jointed hip, a swivel thigh, a faux ratchet knee joint. These don't count as the nice super clicky ratchet joints. I mean, it's not I mean, it's not those. So, if you're wondering why I don't get all with the deluxe's ratcheting joints, it's because they're not as super clicky. So all around, what I recommend Beast Hunter Starscream. It is a matter of personal preference whether or not to pick up Beast Hunter Starscream. If you're completing the Beast Hunters line, he's a necessity. If you're out to get the Beast Hunters Decepticons, he's a necessity. But would I get him if you were a hardcore Starscream fan? maybe not. Because, I mean, while the package says Starscream, it really doesn't look as if it could be Starscream. I mean, I get a very pterosaur vibe out of him, but of course I'm a Beast Hunter. Not Beast Hunters, but of course I'm a Beast Wars fan, so of course I'm gonna say that. So, with all of this said, as I sit here and pose this guy without pulling off his damn missile, again, if you want him, get him. But, you know, just don't be a dumbass like me and drop him on the floor and then watch him bust into a million pieces. But, you know, just, if you want him, get him. There really is no harming picking him up unless you're a certain somebody I know. Yeah. With all this said, this is BC signing up from the Transformers video review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunter's Bulkhead. Bulkhead, totally, that is totally Bulkhead. That head crest totally matches Bulkhead. Transformers Prime Beast Hunter Starscream. And this is BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I'll catch you guys next time.